is Jana, and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories, which is my little video podcast mostly about knitting, sometimes other crafts as well. So I'm coming to you from Finland, from my craft room, and today is gonna be one of those extra episodes, surprise midweek episode. I hope you're happy to see me. So warm welcome to all my new and returning viewers. I'm so happy you're here. You can find me on Instagram as Kettunits and on Ravelry as Kettunits, and all the important information is in the description box down below. You just click on that little tab or more and it will pop up somewhere in the bottom or on the side. It depends on your device. So why am I here today? Midweek. I'm here because life happened as usually. Life gives us surprises. And it started happening yesterday evening already. I had a feeling about it. So basically the snow apocalypse is happening here again. And yeah, in the morning, Hottie left early. We managed to get the kids out of the house. We had to walk to the big crossroad to get little one in a school bus because we got pretty much snowed in last night, and hubby somehow managed to plow through with his van, and he took the other kid to school. Yeah, our snow thrower broke again. We tried to start it at 5 in the morning. It worked a bit, and then it got jammed again. Fun. So yeah, hubby left to work, and then I got ready. I was very optimistic that I can make it through. And then I made crucial mistake. I tried to turn around in the yard, and instead of just rewarding out, and that's when my car got stuck, and it's still in some sort of pile of snow. I don't know, it was mushy under there, and now I can't get it to move. It's stuck, and I'm waiting for my husband to come and rescue me after work. We will dig it out when he's done with his work, which is gonna be late today. We'll be digging my car out in the dark. So no work is happening today. Actually, I did some work on the computer, and then I was thinking what else I could do. What would cheer me up a little bit? And I thought, what if I sit down and I talk to you? Something like a little knit and chat. I could grab something. Why am I not knitting? I'm breaking my own rules. I have a rule that if I sit, I knit. That's the only way you can get any knitting done around here. And I'll be working on my bits and bobs blanket, which has grown a little bit since we last time talked. And it's such a fun knit. Yeah, Bits and Bobs by K.F. Jones of Bakery Bears. That's what I'm knitting here, with all sorts of random scrap yarns. This one is excellent. It eats all the scraps. So, yeah, why am I here and what I'm going to talk about today? It's not going to be a regular episode. I'm not going to show you my whips. I have a few. I'm not going to show you my finished objects. I have a few. I'll save those for the end of the week. Fingers crossed, I can record another one this week. But what I wanted to talk to you about today. It's a long intro. Sorry for that. But I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. I've been shoveling, and anyway, snow is winning, so I gave up. I wanted to talk to you about my crafty plans for this year, 2023. So yeah, like knitting, crochet, other crafts maybe. And actually, the truth is I don't have any real plans. I never make the make 9 thing that a lot of people enjoy. To me, it's pointless. To me personally, it's lovely to see all other people's plans, but I get excited so easily when I see something. It's just I see something, it clicks. I want to make that thing there. Yeah, then and there, and I don't think I could follow through with the make 9 if I would make a mood board like that or like a plan like that. So I'm not gonna bother with that. I I will just go with the flow. I will go with my feeling and do it as usually. And it's not always the new patterns that I'm drawn to. Sometimes I like to go through the older patterns and get excited about them again, because I have purchased them for some reason and I have a lot of books. Yeah, I purchased them because I loved them years ago, and probably I still do. So this year I'm planning to knit a couple of oldies but goodies again. I know I did that already and I'm gonna keep doing that. Then I'll talk briefly about my plans. Then I would like to knit more of scrap yarn projects. Already doing that because I love working with scrap yarn. It makes me happy. I enjoy it, and I have some amount of scrap yarn. Thanks to you as well. I still have some left. A lot is going into my blankets, but I still have some because I knit sweaters and shawls, and I just keep getting new scrap yarn. What else? Then I have to knit 3 hot water bottle covers because everybody wants one. Since our son got one, everybody wants one, and our daughter has been very pushy about that one. That I would start hers immediately, like now. So in the morning, while I was having a mental care coffee break, I put together this lovely basket. And what I'm gonna do, I pulled out all the rustic non-superwash yarn scraps that I had. And I also tried to find a base color, like a background color. I want to do her stranded knitting hot water bottle, but maybe like a garden themed, or like, I was thinking she loves bunnies, so there definitely needs to be bunnies and maybe some flowers or butterflies, all the things she likes. So I was thinking of using either Vuonue Pentti, this foggy gray, or this was from Rintalantilla? Also Finnish sheep wool. I think it was. I hope I'm not wrong. Yeah, but like Omantilan ohut lanka Viena. If I remember right, this was from Rintalantilla, Rintalan sheep farm. I think I'm gonna, I don't know, use white or this pale gray, and then I'm gonna design probably my own images or take them from cross stitch or somewhere. Yeah, I wanted to use thinner yarn this time just to have a bit more detail on those. I keep losing yarn. So I pulled all sorts of scraps. There is like, it's jumping away. Finnish sheep wool. This is Jalovilla Vuona. Then I have some sock yarn, something my own hand dyed. Then I have also Irish Donegal tweed, old leftovers. I used to knit hats and sweaters with these a lot years ago, and I still had a bit of tweedy leftovers. And I have one very cool scarf where I used tweed as well. I have all sorts of things, my more rustic yarns, and then also some pink. I think this is sock yarn, little nugget. So I pulled them all out, and I'm gonna design something for her. Not like design, I'm just gonna knit it. I think I'm just gonna take graph paper and draw some little images that I could put on a Hottie cover. Probably white. I don't know, maybe gray. That depends on the colors I'm gonna use, but gray might be a bit too close to most of them. I don't know. I have time to think about it. But that's my plan. And I just dropped stitches. And it's a pain on this blanket. Should I even work on this? I don't know. Can I? So that's one of my big plans for this year. Then I was thinking I would like to knit myself basic, very simple basic black sweater, and probably in Letloppi. Probably, I think so, that in Letloppi it would be cool, because then I could use it outside without needing a jacket over it. because I realized I knit my very cool Marled Mania leggings by Steven West, and I realized that I have nothing that goes with them. I do not own a basic black sweater anymore, it looks like, because I used to wear black a lot in my previous life, and then I got a bit allergic to it, and I got rid of a lot of black things. At one point, I didn't even have any black shoes or bags or anything. All black was out of my life after a dark period, so I wanted more color and happiness, and yeah. I think we're losing light now. I hope you can still see me. I could try to open this curtain, but will I be blown out? Then I have a roll up here, and better or worse? Better or worse? I don't know. Not sure. Okay, let's try it like this. A bit more light. Yeah, it's one of those days outside when you just wanna curl up in a warm place under a wool blanket, light up a candle, and knit a lot. Maybe drink coffee or eat some creamy vegetable soup with toasted bread. I think I'm just gonna do that after our chat. I actually have soup ready. I made a creamy vegetable soup. It felt like one of those days when I just don't want to leave the house. I can't, and I also don't want to. So, yeah, what else? I've been thinking, a couple of years ago, I did box of socks, and that was fun. And now Johanna, in Finland, we have a knitter. She used to go by the name of Nonnu Neulaja, but now she changed her Instagram handle, and I'm not sure does she still have a YouTube channel. I once participated in her box of socks, and I even managed, actually twice I participated, but only once I managed to knit like 12 pairs. Other year I think I knit like 5 or 6. The idea is that you knit 1 pair of socks every month, and there is usually some kind of challenge or pattern or a yarn dyer. And this year it's a bit different, so I think January challenge was to make any pair of socks with the yarn from your stash. That is fun and interesting, and I think hubby could use a pair of socks. I've been reorganizing my yarn a little bit. I'm sorting it like by a type. I always sort it like by weight and sometimes by type. Like I have a fingering weight separated in sock yarns, and then there's merino sock yarns and other fibers. And then I have a like fingering weight without the like nylon. That's not suitable for socks. That can be only sweaters and shawls, that I wouldn't mess it up. Then I have also tried to arrange them a little bit by color, but that didn't really work out, so I gave up on that. And I found some very exciting skeins of yarn, so I think I want to give a bit more love to my yarn stash. I want to enjoy it more and knit from it as well. I am not gonna forbid myself from buying yarn. That's just not realistic, because if I go somewhere to some other town or some event, I of course wanna bring something home. Like, and what's the point of forbidding myself these little joys? If I wanna buy yarn, I buy yarn, but I'm gonna just be reasonable about it. But I think I always am. I never like... Okay, sometimes it has got a little bit out of hands, but I usually knit it up pretty quickly, so I don't have a massive stash problem. But I am one of those people who needs to have a yarn stash. I would go crazy without yarn stash. I need... Yeah, we live in a countryside. Everything is far away, and we don't actually have that many yarn shops around. And if I need something specific, I need to order it online. Now I have a weird knot in my 2 yarn balls. I don't know what happened here. I'm knitting 2 strands at a time. I need to fix it, sorry, while I talk to you. So I like to have yarn stash at home. Not a massive one, but mine is probably... I don't know what is a big yarn stash. Mine is probably big, but manageable. I think that's the main thing, that you enjoy it and you don't get overwhelmed by it. For some people, I know people for whom like 2 skeins on a shelf is too much. It's overwhelming. They only shop for the projects and then they get rid of the leftovers. And that's also okay. We're all different. But I need my yarn stash. It's my comfort place. It's my safety. Like, if tomorrow is end of the world, I can stay in and knit from my stash. Yeah. Yeah, I need one sheep for the safety, just in case, then I can spin my own yarn as well, if everything else ends. I probably wouldn't need yarn, but just in theory, if the yarn ends in the world, I would still have my stash. It would last me for a few years, probably. Okay, I think I'm digressing. I came here to talk about my plans, but instead this turned into a knit and chat. But I think that's okay. So we just call this knit and chat about the plans of 2023. I even made a little notes for myself. So box of socks, maybe. Yeah, that's where I was. I don't know. But if I would make a box of socks, I wouldn't make it all for myself. I would make for kids and for gifts and for my husband and for my mom. I don't know. Need to ask, does she need? Does she need more socks? Then one more thing I would like to do more this year is spinning, because my little ladybug, it's right there under the camera. The camera is over the ladybug, the phone that I'm recording on. I need to give more love to my little ladybug wheel, because I bought it this year. It was awesome and I love it, and I have not been spinning for quite a while. I think last time I did some spinning was in autumn, maybe September, and then it just got crazy. So I would like to do more spinning, and I have some awesome fibers in my stash and I would like to use them up. I have a big stash of goat fiber. I think it's not a mohair goat, it's some other breed of a goat. It's a different fiber. It's very different from mohair. It's more of it's more fluffy. It doesn't have so long. Yeah, the fiber length is shorter, and it's like it's almost, I don't know. It feels like a down and dawn. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that I have almost a kilogram of that, because I plan to make us a blanket, like a throw. I wanted to spin it, and then I wanted to make a throw with that. And then I wasn't sure if the kilogram is enough, and I don't know. I think I spun up about 200 grams, and then I don't know. For some reason, I stopped. I was probably doing something else. So maybe I would like to work on that, and then I would like to finish big chunk of my whips. I would really like to finish big chunk of my whips, because I love them so much. I would like to finish my garden sweater. Only sleeves left there. And now that I practiced with my Christmas sweater with a festive yoke, I think I'm ready to tackle the garden sweater sleeves. It's somewhere there. I'm not gonna get it, but you probably remember it if you're a returning viewer. So yeah, there's a lot of colors in that sweater, and I could finish it maybe for spring. I actually have been very inspired to finish some things, and I have a few finished objects that I will show you in the next regular episode. What else? Yeah, so garden sweater. I have a couple of other sweaters lying around. I have an awesome cabled cardigan that I need to pick up and also knit before spring arrives, that I can wear it in spring and summer. Finnish summer, you need a wool cardigan. You need a wool cardigan, yeah. And then one more, like, very specific thing that I'm putting on my to-do list this year is another scrap yarn blanket. Not this one. That one is not that old, but here I have this awesome big bag that one of you, my lovely viewers, gifted me, made for me. This is so lovely. Thank you, Maud. I'm using it. So you can already guess. Here it is. Here it is, the project that I want to finally finish this year. It's my Scrappy Happy Granny Stripe crochet blanket. I checked, I started it in February 2019, which makes it 5 years old. Am I right? No, 4. Oh my god, I can't even count anymore. Is it 19, 20, 21, 22, 23? Yeah, 4 years old. This has been on my hook for 4 years. And why? Because I decided that it would be a very good idea to crochet it in a fingering weight yarn using very small hook. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have taken at least bigger hook. I should have, because these stitches are tiny and it takes forever to make one row, but will it fit in a screen? It doesn't fit in a screen. Is this long already? This long and this wide, and actually in theory I could finish it. Okay, if I stand up and it touches, oops, now it's falling on me. If it touches the floor, it goes up till around here. No, it's probably not big enough. It's not big enough. I don't have a hook here. I have finished one color and I need to add another one. And the hook is somewhere, probably in the bag, hopefully. And here are, and for it I was using all sorts of sock yarn scraps like this. This is Drops Fable, more Drops Fable, and even teeny tiny balls that are too small. For example, for my Battenberg, they have ended up in this because this one doesn't care. It eats up everything. Everything fingering weight, like. A lot of scraps have gone into this over years, and I have a whole bag of scraps here, mostly sock yarns that could go into this. I just need to, I think I need to take it with me to the living room and put it there next to me. But this one is in the living room next to me. I have bits and bobs with also a lot of scrap yarns in this. I think this is IKEA basket. In Finland we say IKEA and in many other countries people say IKEA. So yeah, this basket lives in the living room next to the sofa, and sometimes when I sit down and I have nothing else to work on, I pick it up and knit sometimes like 10 stitches, but it's still better than nothing. That's how I actually get a lot of knitting done. Me sits, me knits. Yeah, I would like to work on this, but I need to dig for the hook. And it's a very small hook. I don't know why. I think it's a 2.5 millimeter. Now I would have taken 3 or 3.5 to make it a bit more drapey and loosey, and because I think even my Battenberg is made on 3 millimeter. And this one is on 2.5, which is very small. But this is a very, very happy and very warm blanket, and I want to finish it. I want to finish it this year. Yeah, so I would like to finish most of my whips. Maybe to get them... No, let's not say numbers, because then it's not going to happen. I don't know. I was thinking to say like less than 10. Maybe, probably, by the end of the year, that I would have less than 10 whips. Is that even realistic? I just love casting things on. You know that, right? If you have been here for a while, you know I love new cast-ons. And then sometimes it takes a while to finish them. And several people have asked, is there gonna be an update on my whips? And yes, there is gonna be. I'm planning to film another whip episode where I would show you what I have done, because the last year, like year 2022, I didn't film for a few months after the war in Ukraine started, after Russia attacked Ukraine. I was not in a mental state to even talk about knits or wools, and then I found myself volunteering most of the time. Even like my job suffered because I was just volunteering. I wasn't doing anything else much. I didn't have mental space for it. So during that time, I think I finished a couple of things, and then I frogged a couple of things that you haven't seen, because I think some of the things I showed you throughout the year when I started recording again, but I think a couple of things you haven't seen. And then of course the frogged ones you haven't seen because I just frogged them, and that was the end of the story for some of the things. So I could, yeah, I think I don't think, I know I'm gonna make another whip episode, like an update on my whip count. So what are your guesses? More, less? Is my whip number higher or lower than before? It was something very scary. I will link that episode somewhere in a corner, that if you want to go back and watch it. Where my my episode where, yeah, where I pulled out the box of shame and all the other things, the basket of shame. Yeah, some things have been lingering for a while. Years. It's been years. That's fine. We don't judge here. And remember, blankets don't count as whips. They just don't. Yeah, I also wanted to remind you about Happy Scrappy Blanket Mail. That's still going on and going strong. There are so many great entries. You can use the hashtag Happy Scrappy Blanket Mail on Instagram, or you can add pictures into the Ravelry thread. It's in the group. Everything is linked down below. And yeah, you're welcome to join if you're knitting something scrappy. Whips are okay. And or crocheting, it's a mal, or maybe even sewing from a little fabric scraps. Or actually, we have established it doesn't even need to be scrappy. Main thing, you're having fun with us, with all of us, that we're having fun together. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to add. Probably not. I'm gonna go and have a big cup of coffee and a bowl of soup, not at the same time, and I'm just gonna be cozy today. No, probably things happen for a reason. I needed to slow down a little bit because after the holidays, I jumped right back in, and I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed with the list of the things that needs to be done. And today I got a chance to clear my head a little bit while doing lots of physical work. I could also mention what I'm wearing today, because I always get that question, and I've been bad at telling about my my outfits. This is Hnetur. It was called Hnetur Paita, Hnetur sweater by pullover by Veera Jussila, Finnish knitter and designer. Yeah, and this was like kind of a mystery knit along a couple of years ago, and mine is knit in Let Loppi. It's my cozy cold weather sweater because I can just wear it outside. Now I'm wearing it inside because we have so strong wind. House is cooling down pretty quickly even with heating on. Yeah, very, very strong wind over here today. I don't know, can you hear it? It's whistling like mad out there, but yeah, I'm just gonna snuggle with my woolies today, and probably still need to do some snow works, but otherwise I think I'm just gonna do nothing. Just gonna do nothing. Maybe play with my yarn a little bit. Maybe. I've been trying to put this room in a better order. Not that it's out of order, but there's always room for improvement, right? Like, I've been arranging my books. Like, I have put all the books by Lina and magazines on one shelf, and then like sock themed books on another shelf, and I realized I have a lot of craft books, but it's my weakness. I love books, and I also love project bags, and I love yarn. I love all the things, all the great crafty things that bring me joy. Okay. Yeah, I might work on this room a little bit. But now I'm gonna go, and I hope I will see you at the end of the week with a regular episode. So knit, stay warm or cool if you're like in Australia, New Zealand, or somewhere else where it's where the weather is opposite from what we are having here. But yeah, if it's winter, stay warm and stay cozy, and I will see you very soon. Thank you for being here and heippa!